Hey guys, welcome to another video for Writing Skills 2. Today, as you can see, I am filming from Hello Village. It's very empty in here and quite lonely here without you guys. Today, what I would like to do is we're going to do a mini lesson, and then I'm going to introduce your next assignment. So before we get into the mini lesson, the first thing I want to do is we're going to do a quick warm-up exercise, which we hope to do many times this year. And this warm-up exercise is called free writing. I think this free writing is a fantastic way to get you to practice putting words onto paper as quickly as possible and being creative as possible as well. A couple of things about this free writing. First, number one is that we are not going to evaluate your free writing. Your free writing is just a warm-up practice for you. So don't worry too much about grammar. Or anything like that. Your goal in free writing should be to write as much as you can in the given time. So this is really going to be good practice for you, so let's try to write as much as you can in here. And again, don't worry too much, especially at the beginning, don't worry too much if you can't write a lot. This is just for you. So if you, let's say you are able to write 4 lines the first time, next time try to write 5 lines, etc. Okay, so the goal here is to improve yourself. So don't worry what others are doing and don't worry what other people are going to think about your writing. Just try to improve yourself during this free writing exercise. So now what I would like you to do is please open your notebook and I'm going to give you a topic. And once I give you the topic, your job is to write about that topic. Write as much as you can about that topic for 10 minutes. But anyway, so first, the topic for today is going to be fashion. Now, I know a lot of people do not think about fashion very much, but that's okay. The goal of this is for you to write as much as you can about the given topic. Think of this as, for example, in an exam, sometimes you'll have an exam question where you don't really know too much about the topic, but you still have to write about it anyways. Okay, so this is practice for you. Please try to write as much as you can about the topic. And the topic is fashion, but you can approach this topic in any way that you want. For example, you can talk about types of fashion that you like, places where fashion is popular, for example, like Harajuku, the type of fashion that you would like a boyfriend or a girlfriend to wear. Or if you don't like fashion, or if you think maybe fashion is not important, maybe you can write about that. Maybe you can write about why fashion is not important to you, or why you think fashion is pointless and it's not an important topic in the world. Okay, so anything is okay, but I want you to write something about fashion for the next 10 minutes. Okay, so now what I would like you to do is I want you to push pause on the video and then please time yourself for 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, please push play and come back to the video. Okay, so please begin your 10 minutes now. Okay guys, welcome back. I hope you were able to enjoy writing about fashion for the last 10 minutes. Now there are 2 different things that I would like you to do. So the first one is I would like you to take a look at your notebook and please count the number of lines you were able to write on fashion. Okay, so go ahead and count that right now. When you finish counting, please write the number of lines that you were able to write on the top right corner of your page. Okay, and then after you're done that, the next thing I would like you to do is read your writing one more time. And now I would like you to think of a title for your writing. But the rule is your title can't be fashion. Okay, it can't just be fashion. But you can use the word fashion in your title, but the title cannot just simply be fashion. Okay, so please take a look at your writing one more time, read it, and then please think of a good title for it. Okay, and now go ahead and do that now. Okay, so that's all for the free writing for today. Again, like I said before, We're going to try to do this as many times as possible throughout the year. So again, please be ready to write some more next time. So now that we've finished rewriting, we're going to go on to today's topic. So the topic for today is something called the 3 elements of good writing. And I believe we actually talked about this a little bit at the beginning of the year last year. But the 3 elements of good writing are things that we need to think about before we start writing. And this makes sure that our writing is focused and that we're not going off and talking about different things and being unorganized and making it difficult for the reader to understand. Okay, I have a handout for this that I actually haven't given to you yet. So either I'll put this on my website or I'll put it somewhere, or I'll give it to you in the future to go back and look at. But maybe for now, you can use your notebook and take memos or take notes while you are listening, and so that you have a record of something to look back on. So the 3 elements of good writing are subject, purpose, and audience. So subject, of course, is what we are going to write about. So if you don't have a good focused topic, that means that you're going to be talking about many different things, and that's going to make it very difficult for the reader to follow your ideas and your thoughts. One thing that occasionally happens in this class is students do not totally understand what the instructions are. So please make sure that you understand what the instructions are before you write, because of course then the subject that you are writing about is going to be wrong, and that's going to make it very difficult for us to evaluate. Okay, so please make sure that you understand what exactly you need to do before you start your writing. So the next important element to think about is the purpose. So that means why are you writing what you are writing? And it's not good enough to say, because I have to, okay? So you need to think about what the goal of your writing is. That will help you decide on the content and also the style of writing when you get going. So inside purpose, there are 3 different purposes that we can think of. So number 1 is to entertain. So sometimes writing is meant to make people laugh or to keep people excited. Some examples of this type of writing can be, for example, a blog can be one type of writing for entertainment. The script of a movie, for example, or the script of a skit or a play can also be another type of writing that's meant to entertain people. Okay, so that's the first type of purpose that we can think of. And the next type of purpose we can think of is to inform. So sometimes writing is done with the main purpose of trying to inform people or give information to other people. Some obvious examples of this are newspapers, for example. And of course, newspapers are written to give us the news, to tell us about what's happening in the world or in the community around us. Another one is maybe the 1,000-word essays that you guys wrote last year. So a lot of those essays gave us information about a topic and helped us learn something new. And the last type of purpose is to persuade. So persuade means to make other people think something that you're thinking. So some examples of that are maybe, for example, a TED Talk or a speech of some sort where you're telling other people, hey, this is something that's great, you should know about this, or you should agree with my opinion. Okay, so those are different things that are done to persuade other people. Another one could be a commercial. People write commercials to tell people, hey, you should buy this product. This is a fantastic product, please buy it. Okay, so persuading is to make other people agree with your opinion. One more thing to note is that it's possible, of course, for a piece of writing to have 2 different purposes. For example, something can be entertaining, but also informative as well. It can be fun, but also give us information about something. It can also be informative and persuasive at the same time. And possibly your writing skills essays last year were exactly that. They were giving us information about something, but they were also telling us, this is my opinion, you should agree with me because of this. So it's okay for a piece of writing to have more than one purpose. And the final and third element of good writing is audience. And audience is who is going to read your work. Of course, knowing who is going to read your work can help you decide the type of language that you use and the content that you write. So in terms of language, for example, when you're writing an email to your boss, that is going to be different than writing an email to a friend. So of course, knowing who is going to read your writing is going to change the type of English, the type of language that you use in your writing. Knowing your audience can also change the content of what you are going to write because of the background knowledge of your audience. So for example, if I was going to write about a food that I liked very much called poutine, Everybody in Canada knows what poutine is, but maybe most of you don't know what it is. So I would have to explain to you what exactly it is in my writing. So for example, poutine is French fries, fried potatoes with gravy sauce and cheese, and it's a cultural, a traditional dish in Canada, okay? But of course, I would not need to explain that to somebody in Canada because, of course, they already know what that is, okay? So please keep in mind that the content that you write, the information and the details that you give are going to change depending on who your audience is. So keeping in mind these three elements of good writing, I'm going to introduce your next assignment for this class. So for your next assignment, we're going to combine Writing Skills 2 and LL Gamma together and come up with your next assignment. So for your next assignment, I would like you to first choose a country in the world. And of course, the biggest thing that's happening in the world right now is the coronavirus, and it's affecting many, many countries in the world. Your job for the writing skills portion of this next assignment is to write a 60 to 90 second presentation about how the coronavirus has affected that country. Now for your script, I don't want to have your feelings about what is happening in the world. What I want is for you to have data, like numbers and statistics and examples of things that are actually happening in that country. So we want it to be an informative piece of writing for us for Writing Skills 2. So please make sure that you do a lot of research and get a lot of information so that you have enough to write about for your country. And for the LL Gamma portion of this assignment, you are going to make a visual presentation about the country that you have chosen. So in Writing Skills, you've written the script, and now for LL Gamma, you are going to make a presentation using visuals. For example, it could be a slideshow, it could be pictures, anything is okay, but you're going to make visuals for this as well. And then you are going to video yourself doing this presentation and then sending it to us. But I will explain again how we're going to do that later. So first, please write your script for the 60 to 90 second presentation, and then when you're finished that, please go on to my LL Beta page, and then I will have a video there giving you tips and advice on how to make a good visual presentation for this assignment. Okay? So that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys are staying safe and staying at home. Please make sure that you finish this assignment. If you have any questions, feel free to write any questions to me through the website or through Classy or any other platform that we're using at the moment. Okay, so again, guys, please stay safe and I'll see you soon. Bye.